Hello. Okay. In the method of measuring advertising effect, last class we have seen what is measuring the advertisement effect, and we have seen the first method of evaluating, that is the pre-test method. And today we will be studying the two more method, that is concurrent testing method and the post-test method. So in concurrent testing method, the first one is coincidental survey. So this is also called as coincidental telephone method, and also whereby a sample of household is selected, where it will be called. So calls are made during the time of program broadcasted. So the respondents are asked whether their radio or television is on, and if so, to what station or program it is tuned, what exactly you're looking. So the result of the survey are used to determine the share of response for the advertisement or the program which they are looking at that particular time. So that is coincidental. Whenever they pick randomly. So whoever receive the call, they will ask whether radio is on or TV is. So in that, what program they are checking out, so they will evaluate it. And second is consumer diaries. So in this method, involve giving the family selected in advance of diary or individual diaries to the members of the family. The family selected families and individual respondents are asked to record the details about the program they listen or they view every day. So the diaries are collected periodically to determine the scores, how actually they are working. Third is mechanical devices. So the mechanical devices used to measure the ad differences concurrently are more common to broadcast media. So what they do is they go for audiometer, they go for a psychogalvanometer, and stethoscope and truck electronic unit. These are all mechanical device they use to evaluate the effectiveness, what exactly they are looking into. Traffic counts. So traffic counts are especially applicable to outdoor advertising. So one can get good deal of information through traffic counts. So this counting is done by independent organization, maybe private or public. This work is also undertaken by advertising agencies. They go for it. Most of the time it will be done by the advertising agencies. For instance, how many automobiles and our vehicle were exposed to the bulletin board, or a poster or a wall painting, and how many times. So you can just check with the example. If you're entering into any city, you will find the big banners. Obviously, people who are entering vehicle movement, so always they will look check into those advertisement. Even in the prime places, like for example, if you look into the Bijapur, the Gandhi Chowk is the place where most of the advertisement you will see and check. In front of bus stand you can check, or these all circles, wherever circles are there, so there you can check this type of advertisement. And how it is evaluated is how many have seen. That is totally depends on the movement of the vehicle on the main roads. Third is the post testing methods. So in post testing method, the first one is inquiry test. Okay, so it is controlled experiment conducted in the field. Okay, in inquiry test, the number of consumers inquiries produced by an advertising copy or the medium is considered as to measure its communication effectiveness. So how exactly they go for is they will providing the consumer copy, okay, and the medium whichever they are using, and with that how much communication has happened. Therefore, the number of inquiries is the best test of effectiveness, which can be produced only when the ad copy or the medium succeed in attracting and retaining reader or viewer attention. For example, you have written KMAT examination or PGCT examination. There you have found so many copies of advertisement, the MBA admission here and there. But the effectiveness of that can be calculated. How many inquiry call we got from those distributions? So that is called inquiry test. Okay, any newspaper advertisement has come up, and from there you can check these many inquiries have came up. So with that you can check up the total how much exactly the effectiveness that advertisement has played the role. Split trend test. So here a technique that makes possible testing of two or more ads. in the same position. Publications issued with guarantee of each ad reaching a comparable group of readers. Okay, so it is an improvement over the inquiry test in that ad copy is split into elements like appeal layout, headline, and so on. So here also the readers are encouraged to reply the inquiries to the keyword or the given address. So this is the method that people are attracted towards that ad copy in the particular magazine or publication, and that will see, yes, the advertisement has attracted the customer. Third is recognition test. So here, a matter of identifying something as having seen or heard before. Well, whether you can recognize. Can you recognize this ad? Which is this? So this is all recognition test by music or by video or by phone or by the punchline. It is based on the memory of the respondent. So it attempts to measure the ad effectiveness, how much time he can remember that particular ad. So by determining the number of respondents who have read or seen the ads before. To arrive at the results, readership or listenership surveys are conducted. Recall test. So recalling is more demanding than recognizing as a test of memory. So it involves respondent to answer as what they have read and seen or heard without allowing them to look at or listen to the ad while they are answering the question. So there are several variations of this test. One such test is triple association test, which is designed to test copy themes or the slogans and reveals the extent to which they have remembered. But this also happens with you. You remember most of the ads and some not. So you remember those ads which have recalling effectiveness. So if I talk about ad, so if I say Thanda matlab Coca-Cola, you will remember. And if I say Taste the Thunder, you will remember those ad which has put an impact on. Even Ranbir Singh has given the ad also, and Salman Khan earlier has given the ad. But whom you remember? So that obviously matters a lot. If I say Boost, so which ad has impacted you a lot? If I say first earlier it was by Sachin Tendulkar, but now it is by the Virat Kohli. But which ad has given more effect on your recall memory? That totally depend on the attractiveness of the ad. Sales test. So here it represents the controlled experiment under which actual field conditions than the simulated are faced. So it attempts to establish a direct relationship between one or more variables and sales of a product or service. It facilitates testing of one ad against another and one medium against the another medium. So this is totally controlled. Okay, the sales test, whatever they do, that is totally controlled. So here they will check the field conditions. Okay, because sales people always go face to face most of the time. So it is totally on the basis of direct relationship. Okay, there might be one or more variables which impact on the sales of a product or any services. So here you can test and add, okay, another against another and one medium against another. You can multiply go for it. To sum up, ad effectiveness testing is must to avoid costly mistakes because you are spending huge amount on the advertisement. So to select the best alternative from the apparently equal alternatives, so to resolve the differences of opinion and to add the store of knowledge having deep bearing on advertising effectiveness and efficiency, you have to select the best one. Obviously, you will be having so much alternatives whenever you are going for any advertisement, but the cost matters, the effectiveness matters. So ad effectiveness testing can be at three levels, namely prior, during, and after. So that is pre-testing, concurrent testing, and after the release of the advertisement. These are the methods which are used to measure the effectiveness of advertisement. This is the end of your fifth unit. Any questions if you're having, you can ask.